Hi, well, we have got a video for you. We're going to be reacting to Grackle. I ate the recommended serving size for a week. What?
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so both Emma and I are on a health journey, and it's been a year, hasn't it really, since we started, almost a year to the day. And we've both been, not only have you been looking into your health, we've both been looking into our own health by, making adjustments in our life and looking at our diet and making nutritional changes. So this will be interesting,
It will.
I think. So we'll just get into the video straight away. If I do pause during it, then that's fine.
Many moons ago, I filmed a video where I only ate serving size food for a day. And when I tell you, this video went a little bit crazy. It was a wild ride. And still to this day, I have people commenting on this video. I have questions about this video. I have DMs. I have so much intrigue around this video. When I posted this video originally, people were like, do a week. I want to see what happens if you do a week. And I never did it. Do you know what they say? There's no such time as the present. And today is present. So we are going to be trying it out for a week, just for old time's sake, as a commemoration, if you will. And I'm also very intrigued because I feel since that video, I think that was about like 5-6 years ago now, there has been so much change in food. There have been so many whirlwind. I feel like back then everyone was hot on oat milk, and I feel like now everyone's gone back to cow's milk. There are so many different studies, and the food scene is constantly changing. It's like thing after thing after thing, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. One thing that I feel like is always on packaging is it always tells you a serving size. And I want to see if the serving sizes have changed since back then. And I want to kind of push myself and do a little more tricky by doing a whole week of it. I'm going to be doing 5 days of serving sizes starting this morning. And I'm going to...
5 days is not a week.
Well, no. That's 7 days.
Shiv, a working week. It's fine, I'll let her off. I don't think I could do a day, to be fair, so... Well, maybe I could, I don't know. Let's check this out.
Start with my dearly beloved Weetabix, because this I feel like is a funny one, because for me normally I would have quite a few Weetabix. That's just personally how I have it. I would have maybe 4. My brother in his
4?
time, he has been known when he was a teenage boy to have a whole side
What?
Weetabix. Yeah, that's right.
No, that's insane.
I always have 2.
I would have said that 2 was just normal anyway.
Yeah.
Like if I was having it for a meal, like a dinner, you know
Maybe
how sometimes
3.
I'd have 3, but for breakfast I would absolutely, and I'm a fat girl.
I always have it 2 with a banana sliced in it. That's how I like mine.
I've always had 2. I wouldn't say it was like an abnormal. Like, they're quite filling, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the serving size actually is. Is it 2?
I'm
or
pretty
is it
sure
1?
it's 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. If you were to weigh it out, because it's about 35 grams of cereal, isn't it? Weetabix is so good for you, though. Americans, sorry if you're from the USA, find our cereal so bland because theirs is so sweet. But in the UK, we do have very bland cereal. And Weetabix is a massive, like... and there was just a whole thing about having your Weetabix making you, like, feel better. Wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
The ad campaign. Have you had your Weetabix? Anyway, let's see. I can't believe they had a whole side.
And the main kind of premise why I originally filmed that video was because I think everybody is different. How can they say a serving size or a portion size that fits the whole world? Because we're all such different sizes, we're all such different needs, and I just think it's the most crazy thing to see. And
Still says recommended serving size. So that's also, I mean, she's saying, how can they say it's a serving? They haven't. They've said this is the recommended serving size.
Yeah.
So
is that they're not saying you have to have it.
Well, no.
Yeah.
They're just recommending
I want
it.
to see if they've changed their advice or anything. So let's get started. And for our breakfast, it says 2 biscuits. 2 Weetabix biscuits. Which I feel like is not much at all. And I think I'm going to be starving. And what about these crummy bits?
Yeah, pour them in. No, put the crummy bits in. That's the best bit.
Milk, I don't know what. So normally I have loads and loads of milk with it. But I'm going to have to... it says per 100 ml. I'm so intrigued how much milk. I have no idea. I might use less than 100 ml.
No, you need
Oh
it.
my gosh, that is not enough.
No, that's not enough.
Do the Weetabix rotation.
Dry.
I should have a name for that. I feel like they should do an advert on it. Okay, here we go.
Weetabix shouldn't be crunchy.
We're off to a flying start. Here's Brecky. Absolutely ravenous for lunch. And normally I would be okay by now.
So she's not having snacks then?
No, she's having breakfast, lunch, dinner, but she's ravenous because she hasn't had much protein.
That's very true. She hasn't. At least get the protein ones.
Because I would have had basically 2 breakfasts. But I'm not okay. I'm not okay. So I'm actually having an earlier lunch than normal.
I would say have a
bagel,
mid-morning
which I'm
snack.
assuming each bagel, approximately 85 grams. I am actually really intrigued if this is going to weigh 85 grams or not. So we've got the scale out and we're going to do a little test and see. I think it's going to weigh less. 89! Big boy. Well done, son. I know it's traditionally smoked salmon that you have with a bagel, but I'm going to have some cooked salmon. How much cooked salmon? 140 grams. Because
She must be really posh. That salmon's in a brown greaseproof paper. You know how like when
Unless
you
she's
chef-
cooked it and then put it in
Oh,
there.
actually, yeah, probably.
I'm not being funny.
Probably.
Who has the time? Who has the time to be sat here getting the scales out, putting your little bowl, weighing everything out?
That's
It's
what
too
we
long
do.
for man. Okay, this I would say is my ideal.
Hold on, I'm just going to stop it here. Sorry, right? She's saying, who has the time to do this? Well, we have the time. We have to do that. And do you know what is really interesting is she's obviously quite a slender person. You would say she has a what people would perceive to be a healthy body. But if that was a fat person doing that, I can promise you people would say it was too much.
Absolutely.
Without fail. If
Yeah.
you'd had cereal, too much cereal.
Yeah.
One biscuit only for a fat person.
Too much
Even
milk.
then it's too much, yeah. And this, one bagel, half a bagel.
Yeah,
Too
and
much.
they would slate her for having an earlier lunch.
Yeah. But no, I bet there's no body shaming or food shaming comments in here. These standards are very different if you are fat. I will use the word fat because it's a descriptive word. Sorry if it offends anybody, but I do for myself. And if you are plus size or overweight or chubby or fluffy or whatever you want to call it, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Grackle. Let's carry on.
So let's see what it's saying. 105. Oh, we're under. Better get a bit more on there, my love. The hottest food on the planet. I swear they retain their food. 30 grams.
No, pita breads are.
I would say that, my friends, is a good portion of cream cheese.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
good.
feel apple
She won't be
something.
hungry after that. There's protein on there.
I'm good to go. And luckily, apples, it doesn't have a serving size. It literally. I need a post-lunch snack. So I'm going to have some Doritos. These are my favourite ones in the world, and I'm so glad they're back. A zesty lime. Thank you very much. This is a 30-gram portion size. It's weird, because if I had that in just like one of the little packets, I would be fine. And I wouldn't think anything of it. But when I've weighed this out, I'm like, ooh, that's now many, isn't it? It is a lot later now. It is dinner time. Baby's gone to bed, and we are going to be having. Yesterday I made some paella, but I don't really know how to, because obviously this is what I made yesterday, and I followed a recipe, and it did say serves 4, and there's enough for 4 portions. But that wasn't by me like weighing or tracking anything out. So I'm imagining I've weighed this out correctly, but I am intrigued from the recipe. If I just googled how much was the portion size of paella, 120 grams apparently. This can't be real. What? No, I don't believe this.
No.
Okay.
For that size for a dinner?
Maybe for paella rice.
Not yeah.
Yeah.
That's all got all the
100
ingredients in.
Yeah.
Like you've got like the chicken and the fish and like.
I feel like maybe that's incorrect. It isn't big and it's not
No,
big.
Surely not.
I would have said the serving size is what the 4th portion was.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have said that.
I would say it's for the rice.
I would
only.
say 120 is for the rice as well,
Yeah.
which is a lot because we don't even have 100 grams of rice when we have it. We have 60 grams of, unless it's 120 of cooked rice.
Maybe.
Maybe. again, because we do eat smaller portions now and we are satisfied with that, and not as small as that though. I would say double that's a portion. Easily.
Yeah, that looks enough to be a small child.
A small child, yeah. 2 fists worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I don't think that's right. Especially because how can you tell how much the meat weighs? And I feel like there's something really wrong there. She's going to be absolutely starving.
That's literally like not even dented one portion size.
Yeah, no,
a little bit of parmesan on it. And this one says 10 grams.
Parmesan on paella?
There's basically more cheese than paella.
Yeah. Is there wrong with cheese or anything?
That has not even touched the sides. I think I'm going to need a little snack. So I'm going to have a rummage. The thing is, I think I'm going to make myself a little snack platter. If I just had my portion of paella, then I wouldn't be snacking. Do you know what I mean? I'm having a look in the snack bucket, alright? Let's see. We've got some marshmallows. One sweet. Well, I'm going to have 3 flipping portions, so... Alright, that's me done. See you later, guys. I'm joking. Soy! See, this is the thing. The serving size don't mean anything. And then I feel like there's a rare breed of us who like dry granola. And this is going to be really interesting as a serve sheet size. This says 50
it's small.
grams. Which I feel like, since we last did this video, I think it used to be like 30 grams for cereal. Please, sir, can I have some more? This is the tiniest little bowl. Now, this really is a cereal snack. See you tomorrow if I've not wasted.
That's a whole other meal, though.
It's another day of eating. You guessed it. The recommended serving size for a day. We're going for a bagel again. I am so intrigued how much chocolate spread will be a serving size. Mm-hmm. So it says per portion 86 grams.
That's a lot.
No. 15 grams.
Huh.
It's not even gonna... I feel like that's not even gonna do it. That's 8.
It's fine.
Let's see how this... Here we go. I need to spread it on so we can actually see. It's not too bad. Would you say?
No, that's covering.
This is better than I thought it would be, actually. Better than last time. That's not bad. I'm quite happy with that
normal,
smattering.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that was normal.
Bless you.
Bless.
Nom.
Once again, no protein in there, though.
Well, you've got
What would have been
protein
better...
in the bagel, but minimal.
Yeah, so what would have been better, not that but in terms of what we would have, is we would skip on that, and to maximise not only the calories, but the protein, I'd have a couple of eggs.
What with
Bagels.
chocolate and bagel?
No, not with the bagel. Take this chocolate
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Smoked salmon and egg. Scrambled egg.
Maybe she ain't got any salmon left.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to stay full,
Yeah.
I would, if I was going to have a bagel, which I don't really, I'd even just have half a bagel with lots of egg, maybe egg white as well, to bulk it out, and salmon, smoked salmon. Because one
I
thing
wouldn't have
I
chocolate
hate...
spread on a bagel.
No. I hate calories that don't give you much food. I like to have more food for my calories.
Yeah.
Value for money in calories. Value for calories. I want as much as I can possibly get, plus lots of protein in there, because I don't want to feel hungry. But
Lower calories, the most protein.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I do enjoy that. Sometimes I can't even eat it all. And it feels quite nice to be able to go, I'm done. It's not often though.
Nom nom. The baby portion size is 0 grams. Stunning, no complaints. Absolute gorge. I'm currently making a little sweet treat for the week, which is these chocolate brownies, my recipe that I always use.
You can tell.
It actually says ingredients for 12 to 16 brownies, this is how I feel like it should be done. The portion serving sizes. Because it could be, like, you could be really hungry one day, you could be not so hungry. Like, yeah, it depends on the size. Like, maybe you're going to have a bigger size of brownie. Because every day is so different. I had a moment of weakness, as you can see from the brownie.
It's because you didn't have protein. She had 2.
So, just in the air of transparency, I have not followed the serving size on that one.
She's had an 8th.
2 pieces. It is lunchtime, and obviously because I had such a flipping puny portion of paella last night, I have another puny portion today. there's actually enough for me to have some for lunch, which is actually in one way kind of good because I did not think that there'd be enough for me to have for lunch. So I'm going to weigh out my little measly 120 grams.
Yeah, why are you having puny lunch?
This is the serving size of paella.
Oh, you're studying that. That's a serving size for a child.
He would have given up.
That's a snack.
I should savour every mouthful more, shouldn't I? 2 mouthfuls later, and it's been devoured.
Nice bowls.
We've got some Morbier here, which, if you know me, you know I think it's...
I'm telling you, she's posher than we realise. Morbier?
30 grams. Initially it said 150, and I thought something's not right there. But that's what they recommend a wedge to get for a cheese board for sharing.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. Here we go. 17.
Yeah.
Crack me another slice, please, my kind sir. Perfect. 31 grams.
But if you're having a sandwich,
Yeah, that would be
that's
sad.
not much.
But as a little snack,
That's probably... Is a baby bell 30 grams?
No.
another slither of cheese.
15, isn't it? Baby
Got
Bell.
no idea.
I think it's 15.
I'll eat it all and then you won't eat it.
But I could have 2 serving sizes. No, because I'm eating the serving size. I'm having a second size. I'm sorry. We'll know what to do. Here we have a very normally, because this is a portion size, isn't it? And we've got some broccoli and spinach on the side, but this looks like a really good dinner.
This looks too big to be a portion size.
Today was worky day, so I didn't really film anything exciting. We had the Weetabix, and this time I bulked it out with the banana and the peanut butter because I was so hungry when I just had the
There you go,
plain
protein.
Weetabix. This was really good, but it is still a sad little portion, isn't it? So then I did have to have
That looks
a
more than the
little
serving size of peanut
snack
butter.
mid-morning of some
Surely
nuts
it'd be
and raisins,
15
which
grams.
did keep me going.
Yeah, it did
kept me
look
going.
it
And
looked
then
quite
I
big,
also
didn't
had
it?
a little bagel and a portion of crisps, which actually the bagel was a good way to go because it felt like a good solid portion size. And then I went to my mum's for dinner and we had a lasagna and salad, and this was just the portion that she gave me, and to be honest, in my opinion, it was a good portion size. And I had 1 garlic bread slice because that's what the portion of a garlic bread slice is. How sad.
It is a new day. We've got the food truck coming today, so we should have some more exciting things happening. I'm going to have a bowl of cereal because it's all we really have. I'm nervous because we've seen that crisps and cereal are basically the worst offenders. This says 30 grams for a
It's not a
portion
lot.
size, which is weird because obviously we had this cereal the other day and that was 50 grams. And I don't know if it's because they're aimed at different markets, because this one on the box literally...
No, granola is heavier.
Yeah.
So you're having
lighter.
50 grams because it's heavier. Mm-hmm. But Weetos are full of air. They've got a hole in, for goodness sake. So you've got to account for that. So it's 30 grams. It's like when you have the difference between Rice Krispies. When you put Rice Krispies in 30
get
grams,
loads.
you get loads.
Yeah.
She says, loved by kids, approved by parents. So if this is for kids, then is it supposed to be a smaller serving size? Potentially. Who knows? I'm going to go for 100 grams of milk again because it actually doesn't say on the box how much to have. So I'm quite...
Usually it's 125 mils with cereal, so I'm confused.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, not usually 100.
quite interesting. Oh, this is sad. What a sad little life. What a sad life. Life's too short to be weighing out your cereal, isn't it? Well, let's see how it goes throughout the day. Hello, it is a bit later, and actually my wonderful mother-in-law dropped me off lunch. So I have got a flipping amazing lunch to be had, which is the first time we don't need a serving size because this was sold and it said 1 serving. So I'm so excited. It's from this incredible butcher's called Ginger Pig. Oh my gosh, they're incredible. It's this chicken pasty and I've had it before and oh my gosh. Absolute starving. I didn't actually film much of the rest of the day. I did have 2 more brownies, but we're not going to talk about it. And then for dinner, I had this recipe from Board of Lunch, which I flipping love the recipes. But the thing is, I've never looked at the portion size. I just kind of dish up what I'm feeling. And the portion size was so small. It said it served 4, and it was tiny. I mean, it was delicious. Really recommend the recipe. But a minuscule, tiny little portion. Tiny portion. And then I did have 1 more brownie to finish off. I am really in my bagel.
She hasn't really followed this at all, has she? She's had about 12 brownies in 2 days. Oh, Grackle, you make us laugh. Grackle and her brownies. They did look very delicious, actually, those brownies. I don't really like brownies, but she made them look nice.
Era. We're having the same as we had yesterday for breakfast. The bagel with chocolate spread. For lunch, I had the leftovers from the day before, which were really good and quite boring. But then we had the treat of all treats because it was actually our anniversary. And I was really excited because we were going to Miller and Carter. And Miller and Carter do the most almighty meal. And it's obviously their recommended thing. So you get an iceberg wedge salad. Then you get this onion loaf. You get a side of fries, the steak, a little tiny salad. Oh my gosh, it is so delectable. And I was so happy that this was one portion size.
It's not one portion size.
No, it's their portion size.
Yeah.
In a restaurant.
I hope she enjoyed the meal though. This is our meal, isn't it? This is absolutely 100%. Look, even with the creme brulee at the end. But that isn't the serving size. It's just a portion that they serve.
Yeah.
Well, I hope she had a nice anniversary anyway. I love how she's managed to sort of, like, weave her way through. Yeah.
I absolutely devoured it. And then for dessert, we got their like recommended tiny dessert, which apparently was one portion size with a little fresh mint tea on the side. So if the way to do it, to follow a serving size by the looks of things, is to eat out, because it meant that I had a really thick and good portion. The lesson that I had out of this whole video is the exact same as what it was when we did it just for a day. Everybody is so different and needs different things. How are they expecting the recommended serving sizes to be good for what? Say this is good for a 12-year-old girl. Is it supposed to also be good for a 50-year-old man? What is that about? That is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. And I think the other thing that has kind of shocked me has been that I have thought about food more than I have in weeks, if not months.
Before she gets to the end of that summary, the recommended serving size is if you're having it as part of as a balanced 2,000 a day calorie. If you were a woman, or 2,005, it's the recommended for an adult human. And I think it even states it in the little bit at the bottom. So you recommended daily.
Yeah,
allowance.
I think it does.
So it, of course, that's going to be different for everybody. And it's going to be different if you are on a calorie-controlled diet.
Height, age, weight.
All of the things that are getting your, what's it called, your TDEE. So all of that, not even, your your maintenance calories are going to be different for everybody. So they've got to recommend it based on that. If you were having exactly that.
Like a baseline.
But what they're not considering, it's recommended. But if you're having lots of different things that add up to maybe 2,000 calories for a woman. So let's say like you were thinking, oh, I'm only going to have breakfast, lunch and dinner. But you've worked out your calories. So the recommended serving size is 2. But I could have 4 and be fuller for longer.
Yeah.
And have no snack today, or I'm just going to have an apple as a snack today rather than my crisps.
Yeah.
So like it's all about the balance. So I get why she did it, but it isn't really a scientific experiment. No. And her summary isn't actually very good, because she's saying how would they know? But they do. They've given you
They state it.
They do state it. So it's interesting that's. I get it. I do see like what is interesting is when I've seen children of parents who are maybe of like if it was of Indian descent, for example, and they show them a portion size of rice, the recommended portion size, and they're like, absolutely not. They're like, you are absolutely taking the mick. That is not, and it's literally just a small amount, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you and I eat that because we've had it counted into our day. But and we don't really eat a lot of rice in a portion now, do we? Because we do tend to have a smaller portion. But again, it all depends on what you're doing in your day.
Yep.
I think, anyway, let's
if not
hear the
years,
rest of the summary.
Because I've been obsessing over it. I'm like so hungry all the time, but I think it's because in my head I'm like, oh, I mustn't eat that, or I must eat that, or all these things that I don't normally do, because normally I'm quite intuitive what I'm eating. I'm like, if I want that, I'm going to honour my craving, and then it goes out of my head because I've honoured the craving. Whereas if you're like, I can't have that, like I can't have that portion, then you just go crazy, like me with the
food noise. She's experiencing food noise. Welcome to Fat World, Grackle. Hey?
Brownies the other day where I had one too many. So this is your sign to listen to what your body needs, and it really vexes me that the recommended serving sizes are still plastered on everything. And how are we still getting away with this whole diet culture thing, huh? What's going on there? Anyway, I love you all loads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can find me here every week. I post a video, so subscribe if you don't want to miss them, because I love you guys and I hope you enjoy the vids. Peace out, buds.
Okay. Okay. So that was interesting.
Very.
I thought it would be a little bit more scientific than that. Throwing down 5 or 6 brownies in a day. But it is interesting to see what they are. I think, I mean, again, I think it's all about, and for everything and all of these things, it's all about balance.
Mm-hmm.
Protein. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video, guys.